You're going on Medicare for the first time, whether you're turning 65 or you're postponed your enrollment into Medicare and now you're retiring, or you've been on Medicare for a while and you have a couple questions. What I want to do is I want to answer some of the questions about what Hospital Part A means, what Hospital Part B means, what's the difference between a part and a plan, what is an Advantage plan, just some of the basic questions that somebody going into Medicare has who doesn't have a whole lot of time to sit there and study for 2-3 weeks on what Medicare is and the different parts to Medicare. So this is going to be a quick video, so if you want to sit back and join me, I want to make this as easy as I can for you to understand. Hey everyone, Eugene here with American Insurance Benefits. I wanted to give you some information on Medicare, whether you're turning 65 or been on Medicare for a while. Medicare can be a little confusing. Everyone gets the book in the mail, your Guide to Medicare 2016 is this year's issue. And it talks about the different parts to Medicare, Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, what all that means. And what I want to do here is I want to summarize it all for you very quickly so that way you understand the different parts to Medicare, the gaps in Medicare, and what you can do to protect yourself so that way there's very little to no out-of-pocket costs. One thing you have to remember, it can get a little confusing between part and plan. Part, just think, is Medicare. That's Medicare's part. That's their responsibility. And then when you think plan, just think insurance, Medicare Supplement, or some kind of HMO, PPO, Advantage plan. That would be plan, so keep that in mind. So there's a big difference between Medicare Part A and Medicare Supplement Plan A. Medicare has a few different parts. The first one is Part A, very simple. Your Part A is your hospital benefit. Your Part B is your outpatient benefits. Your Part C, also known as Advantage, and then your Part D is your drugs. What I want to focus on is your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B, as well as how to pick the best drug plan. Part A is your hospital insurance. Medicare would pay for everything but $1,260. That would be your responsibility. That's for the first 60 days. And then from the 61st day through the 90th day, you would owe $315. And then after that, you could be paying as much as $630 a day for staying in the hospital. For the first 90 days, that would be over $10,000 in out-of-pocket expenses to you if you're in the hospital. So keep that in mind. Again, your hospital Part A is to be admitted in there. Things like skilled nursing facility, blood, hospice care would all fall under Part A. Part B is your outpatient. That's for you to have things like blood work, lab work, tests, x-rays, so on and so forth. It has a deductible every single year that typically changes a little bit. This year it happens to be $166. So you'd be out of pocket 20%, Medicare picks up 80, and then you'd be responsible for the $166 deductible. Medicare also has a thing called excess charges, and the way Medicare has it set up with the doctor's offices, the doctor who charges based on Medicare's guidelines can charge upwards up to 15% above what Medicare approves of certain medical bills for outpatient services. So let's talk about a Medicare supplement and what a Medicare supplement can do for you. A Medicare supplement will help fill in the gaps so that way you minimize your risk on what you would owe if you ever had an event where you were in the hospital. And what you want to do is you want to weigh the pros and cons between the different plans so that way you understand which one is the best value for you based on the amount of money that you're spending. Or if you don't have a whole lot of money that you can spend, maybe look into something like into an Advantage plan, because with Medicare there is no maximum out-of-pocket to you. Keep that in mind. That's really important because you can be paying over $10,000 per visit. God forbid something major was to happen to you. And as well as the outpatient services, 20% can get pretty expensive for those types of situations. You want to have some kind of Medicare supplement or an Advantage plan to help minimize the risk, so that way you can continue having the same lifestyle, especially when you had a major hospital event. Your life will change. So you don't want to find yourself to where you have these extra medical bills because you did not budget for some kind of Medicare supplement or Advantage plan. What I want to talk about now is your Part C, also known as Advantage. A Medicare Advantage plan is not the same thing as a Medicare supplement. A Medicare supplement acts as a secondary plan to Medicare, which would be your primary hospital A and outpatient Part B. Your Advantage plan, the best way to summarize it would be an alternative to your Medicare. It's not the same thing as being on Medicare. An Advantage plan typically is outsourced to an insurance company, and the insurance company signs you up for this plan that acts as your primary benefits, and Medicare no longer acts as primary. It's an alternative to Medicare. It can get a little confusing because you have original Medicare, and then you can have a Medicare plan, also known as an Advantage plan. And that's two different things. So you got to be careful when you make your decision that you're making this decision based on the correct information. And Medicare Advantage plan is an alternative to Medicare, so you basically no longer have Medicare Part A. Your Medicare Part B becomes your secondary, so it's a substitute for original Medicare. Don't get it confused, Medicare Part A and Part B, or Medicare Part C. Now, Medicare Part C, your Advantage plan, typically has your drug plan rolled into the HMO or the PPO already, so you don't have to have a separate drug plan. Now, if you have original Medicare and you have a Medicare supplement, then you would need to go and get a Medicare Part D drug plan. Let's talk a little bit about what a Part D drug plan is, and that is your benefits at the pharmacy. There's certain things, certain shots that are done outpatient that your Medicare Part B would pick up, but your Part D would be going into Walmart or CVS or any kind of pharmacy and showing them a prescription as well as your Part D drug plan. The best way to get a drug plan would be to call Medicare, 1-800-MEDICARE. It's on your Medicare card, or 1-800-633-4227, and call them, tell them you're new to Medicare, you're enrolling in Medicare, or you want to change your current Medicare Part D drug plan, which I recommend you do that every year anyways, just so that way if your medications, your prescriptions change, your plan can change with your needs. Call Medicare. They'll offer you an unbiased opinion on which one is best. They'll typically ask you for a list of your medications that you take, so have that ready for them. Show them what you're taking, tell them what you're taking, and they will tell you what's the best plan. The way you pick a Medicare Part D drug plan is not off of premium. Don't do that, and not off of the deductible. Don't do that either. What you want to ask the representative when you talk to them with Medicare is ask for them what's the lowest out-of-pocket cost to me. So what plan has the lowest out-of-pocket cost? That's the one that you want to go with. This has been a quick summary as to the different parts to Medicare. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 1-803-542-5068. Hey, thanks so much for spending time with me. My name is Eugene from American Insurance Benefits.